This week on the Dirthead Shed, we're in my buddy Mark's garage, and we are going from hardcore samurai guy to normal Jeep dude, and making it pretty hardcore on a budget actually. So this episode you'll find out kind of what it takes to get a pretty stock Jeep TJ ready for the Rubicon. What do you think?
I think it takes a lot.
It takes a lot. It's not just all bolt-ons. Welcome back into the Dirthead Shed. I am Dave, and under that Jeep is my buddy Mark. We are live and direct from Mark's garage. Last time you saw this place, we were building a little Mazda pickup in this spot, and now it is time to help Mark get his new ride ready for the Rubicon. This is a 2000 Jeep TJ. It's a Sahara package, and this video is basically all about how to get like the everyman's Jeep ready for a really good trail. These rigs are obviously a good place to start. I mean, Jeeps are pretty much the ultimate off-road vehicle, and figure out what it actually needs to be capable enough to go run the Rubicon Trail. It could be ready for it how it is, but we've got a bunch of modifications to make. First things first, we'll go over what it is that Mark bought and why. This is a 2000 model Jeep Wrangler. It's just a TJ, 4-liter Sahara package. It's in pretty good shape. It is, you know, black with a spice top. It's got pretty clean interior. It's got a 5-speed in it. These rigs they're really pretty nice to start with. And you've probably seen that Mark had a really neat Suzuki Samurai that's been on my channel for quite a while. He just sold the Samurai to basically fund the build for this. A lot of the parts that are going on this rig were actually parts that the previous owner collected. Some parts are already on it, some the previous owner was collecting, some Mark has already actually swapped in. He's obviously under there already working on it, and yeah, these are a great place to start. I had that little purple TJ a year ago. That was a fun rig. It was an automatic 4-cylinder. Those are 2 strikes against it. These 4-liter 6-cylinder, the straight 6 is an amazing motor in here. And then the transmission that these come with, the AX15, super durable, good gear selection. Like, these rigs are kind of good to go. Butter Jeep's got the same transmission as this does. It might seem like this is kind of a fancy rig by a lot of people's standards, but I mean, you got to remember, this thing's 26 years old now. It is a salvage title. It's had a little bit of frame damage. And where's it at on mileage? Mark, how many miles are on this thing?
100,000.
Right at 100,000 miles. So I think he picked it up for a pretty good deal. It was right around 7,000 bucks, and it came with a bunch of parts. Might be a little bit high on the initial price, but Mark was doing a solid and helping a guy out, so we're here with this thing now, and we'll start figuring out what's going to change and what's going to stay to make this thing Rubicon ready. Right up here you can see where it had a little bit of frame damage on that front cross member, and he actually had a friend of ours with a frame machine pull the front frame horns back into position. They had to cut and re-weld that front tube in order to get things within spec. So that was sort of step one, was figure out what problems it had and how to sort of address that first before you start modifying. So the frame straightening, that was good to go now. I believe, did you say that this has had a front axle put in it already too? Because that was damaged a little bit?
Yeah, front axle's been swapped.
Yeah, front axle housing's been swapped back out because I believe that was damaged in the crash. And then check this out. Dude, that looks really good. Why were you all embarrassed about this thing?
Not embarrassed so much, just people buy them.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a little plate still.
Mark got tired of having to fabricate everything on his Samurai, so he bought a Jeep so that he could just buy parts. And then he got in here and he immediately built his own sort of tucked up, flatter belly skid plate. And if you look up in there, it's already got a, what is it, a Rock Track 4-to-1 case out of a Jeep Rubicon? And a fresh...
Yeah, the 241.
Yeah. The 4-to-1 Rubicon case and a brand new Tom Woods drive shaft. So that was sort of step one, was get lower gears in this thing, make a wheel better that way, because you don't have to work these things as hard in the big rocks if you got super low gears. Step one, low gears. Right now he's kind of building a oil pan skid plate to go off the front of that big belly pan for the transfer case. So he's going to have skid plate that goes front to rear, basically like transfer case all the way up over the transmission and then up and around the oil pan on the engine. So these are kind of the things, if you're really going to go wheeling and you're going to try and wheel something that's sort of small, relatively stockish, a little bit of protection is going to make these last a lot longer on the trail. While he's messing with that, I figured I'd show you where the GMC square body project is at. It's on the 4-post lift. It's a huge project. I may try and get over here and help him with it. It's got the small block, the 4-speed, the 203, 205 all mocked up. This engine is pushed so far back. 4 of the cylinders are behind the firewall. It's really cool. It's all pushed up really high, and Mark fabricated these drop down to a polyurethane bushing motor mounts for this. And since those have been in there, he's decided to throw an LS in here rather than the old small block Chevy. But man, it fits so nice. There's a lot of engine back inside the bay, but the weight transfer and the belly clearance on this truck is going to be amazing. So, cool truck. We need to work on it. We got boxes of parts around here. There's a bunch of like suspension links that came with the Jeep from the previous owner, wheel spacer kit, adapter kit. I think that goes from 5-on-4.5 to 5-on-5 bolt pattern. And then I think my first project on this is going to be just helping clean up wheels so that they're ready to paint. You saw that it has like a good looking wheel and a 31-inch tall tire. These are 16s, and it's just sort of an old Track Grip MT made by Thunder tire, which are probably fine tires, but I think these ones they're really old and they're sort of chunked out already. So we're working on what tires to put on it still. Bloop, bloop, bloop. These are the wheels that are going to go on it. That's it. I think it's an American Racing ATX series wheel that was converted to a beadlock from a company called Champion. So they had been machined down and the beadlock ring welded on. Kind of an old school way of getting it done, but they have always proven to be pretty good, pretty strong, and always work well. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on cleaning these wheels up, scrubbing them down, and getting a fresh coat of paint put on them so they look good when we figure out what tires are going on it. Mark's gonna keep messing with that oil pan skid plate. I know you're a little bummed that this thing's kind of beat up, but I have a feeling this Jeep's gonna be awesome regardless. It will be. This thing's a freaking 4-liter 5-speed TJ. It's gonna be about as good as they get, man.
Two of my favorite things.
You just wish it was a 4-liter 5-speed Suzuki. it's cleaned up enough. We were just using some of that LA's Totally Awesome all-purpose cleaner. I think it's like some dollar store stuff. Scotch-Brite and a regular wheel scrub brush. And I think we're about ready to shoot some paint on these. At least this one. This is one of 5. Obviously, like, powder coating these would be nice and making them look super great, but we're building a Lobach trail rig right now, not something super fancy. In these used converted beadlock wheels, as long as they're gonna hold air pressure and keep the wheel on the rim, they're gonna be perfect on here. You okay if I spray these this one wheel?
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
What are you making? Oh, you're like actually making parts.
I'm making a mess.
Good. Making scrap metal?
Mostly scrap metal.
Is that all plate under there?
Yeah, well, it's on a pallet.
Dang.
Put that trailer on my bed really quick.
The trailer project is awesome. It's just, it's stalled out a little bit, whatever.
Takes a weekend.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna start shooting these things gold. What are we're going with Champagne Bronze Metallic from Rust-Oleum. It's gonna be awesome. I think we're committed now. Dude, this color is great. I'm just gonna blast the backside of them first. That way I can flip it over and paint the front side of them, but I'm not like too concerned if the backside gets like some little scratches or whatever from the bucket. What do you think, Mark?
I think it's looking good.
Dude, it's gonna look sick. The key on painting wheels is to always go a little bit brighter than you think you want, because for some reason wheels are always in the shadows. It's like they're never like bright like the top of a hood. They're always kind of like down low on the car and in the shadows. So if you think like a bronze is a cool color, you should probably go for like a little bit brighter and go for something like a metallic gold, because by the time they've got tires next to them and they're down low on the vehicle, or they got beadlock rings on them, they're gonna look a little darker than you want them to. So that's just my thought. Always go a little brighter on your wheels than you think you really want. I wonder if Champion had these set up to where they welded them when they were like on a lathe. I'll bet you they did. I've seen videos from like professional beadlock conversions, and they almost always are like machine it, get the ring jigged up, and weld it all on the lathe, like kind of in one shot. Ready for a flip over? Yeah, call me Goldfinger. Oh. I love doing like quick and easy stuff that makes a big difference. This is perfect. All right, I'm gonna let that tack off, and then I'll kind of like prop it up and try to get into the window, the jamb. So these are the beadlock rings that he got for him, and they originally had a big like inner star kind of portion on them, and he had his buddy machine them to where they're kind of more like a normal traditional looking beadlock ring. Oh yeah, this is going to be a good looking setup. I think I'd keep the rings silver and do them black after you beat them up for a while. They can only be nice and silver once, right?
Yeah.
What'd you pay for the set of wheels?
Nothing.
Perfect.
Yeah, that was the price.
Even better.
That's our that's the goal with this Jeep. Is
Yeah.
pay as little as possible on everything.
Yeah.
Everything's used.
Everything's used. Came with some decent parts. Now we just got to put it together. We're back out here at the remote Dirt Head Shed headquarters, Mark Clyde's house, checking in on what he's got going on the Jeep. It looks like I haven't been over here in a couple days. Had some stuff going on with family that hasn't been very fun, but Mark has been out here cranking away on skid plate for the oil pan. Got that kind of done up. This is a bracket that's going to go up to the motor mounts and then support the skid plate down here on this end. So he's cranking away. He is cranking away. This is looking good. He's got these rock sliders going on. I believe they're Savvy off-road, and I think this portion is aluminum, but then the rub rail is steel. So they should be super strong. This one looks really good. He's just kind of got the flares like pulled back. I'm tucking those in place. Bunch of nutserts along the way. The skid plate's all in place for the transfer case. And then, I don't know if you can really see, but he did kind of like I have on Butter Jeep, and the transfer case mount, transmission transfer case mount, is separate from the case, where like most Jeeps in this era, they mount the transfer case to the skid plate, but then if you need to like take the skid plate off and hammer it flat because you smashed it on rock, then that's a pain to do. So that's a cool trick to do the two separate. That way you can always take the skid plate off separately and not have to worry about supporting the transmission. Sounds like he's messing with the winch. What up, Mark? Got the old Harbor Freight winch plate. Cool. These things are always good. The Tractor Supply one's like shorter, and the winch ends up being offset. So these ones are like a little long and actually work on more rigs.
Yeah, these gonna work good.
And then you got the ZXR 9500.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing looks great.
It's not bad looking.
I bet you it works fine. All right, sun's going down. I didn't get much done. I came out here just to kind of help as much as I could. I got 3 of these wheels scrubbed down, cleaned up, and sort of prepped for paint. I think what I'm gonna do is actually take some of those with me back to my folks' house. We're gonna leave Mark over here to finish mounting this winch plate and get the winch kind of in place. Oh, the chrome tow hooks look good. This is gonna look good. I mean, it's gonna do its thing. So Mark's gonna bust out on this for the rest of the night. He's got to get back to work tomorrow. I'm gonna grab those wheels and paint those over at my folks' house. And hopefully tomorrow we can get back over here and rally. Hopefully get tires going. What else do you have planned?
Steering, diff covers, wire the winch, wire the RB. There's a lot of things.
There's a lot going on. He's heading to the Rubicon. I'm not going to make this trip, but he's got to be heading to the Rubicon on the 28th, and today is the 21st. So you're doing all right. Yeah, piece of cake.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna peel out and mess with some tires and wheels tomorrow. Could have swore I saw a tarp. Here we go. That should help keep the overspray down. I'm over at my folks' house. Mark's at work right now, so I figure I should try and get those wheels painted up because I think his tires showed up today. So we'll get over there this afternoon. I got 3 more of these prepped over there yesterday, and I think there's only one that's not prepped out. So we should be pretty good to be able to get all the paint work done on the wheels by this evening. It's been a while since I was at my parents' house wrecking their garage. That can's done. These are starting to look pretty respectable. Hopefully they look good for a while for Mark. These ones could probably actually use like a proper sandblasting. There's a lot of like, oh, I just whacked that. There's a lot of like pitting down here in this area where the wheel was machined and the beadlock ring was welded on. Just kind of corrosion that aluminum gets, you know. We're doing what we can with what we got. I gotta kind of save the rest of this can for the other wheel. I got one more to do. I'm gonna set this one out to dry. They look good. That Rust-Oleum metallic's got a bunch of shine to it. Not bad. Not bad for a rattle can. Back in the Mark garage. Joe's over here working under the hood. He wired up, I think, the winch and an ARB fridge freezer and back. Mark's over here popping the gas tank loose again because he put a big skid plate on here and the diff cover is just smashed into it. I think with a Dana 35, the diff cover is usually clear, but with this 44, it's just too tight and it's actually stopping up travel, which wouldn't be good. So things are moving along. Fridge is in there and tied down. Let's check out, I want to check out the way the oil pan skid plate turned out. Dude, that looks rad. And that's all in there. The exhaust is in there. It looks like he did that pace setter muffler in a turn down. I know Mark's getting a little frustrated with how much work it is, but I think all in all the progress is good. The stock bumper is trimmed down, narrowed up, winch plate's trimmed up, tow hooks are on, synthetic rope on that Harbor Freight winch now. Puppy shop dog zip. Hi, buddy. And the Curry Anorak sway bar. It's a used one that Mark picked up. Just got to kind of like make some shorter links for it because it was designed for like quite a bit higher lift than this has. All kinds of progress. All kinds of progress. You're doing good, Mark. You're doing good.
We're trying.
He's trying. I'm gonna mess with wheels and tires and try and get that done. Because we kind of need to get these big old... Oh, did I even mention the tires yet? Check these bad boys out. The AMP Tires Terrain Attack RTs. These are the same ones that I'm running on the red 79 F250. Got 5 of them, fresh, ready to go. 35 1250 17s are going to go on the gold wheels. 35s on a TJ with maybe a 2-inch lift is going to be some trimming. So I think we got to get tires on it sooner than later to try to make sure that that Mark can work through the tire rubbing things and maybe making bump stops extensions and stuff like that. All right, I'm gonna get to it. Mark's getting the full Jeep experience over here. He bought one so that he could just bolt parts on it. So after we bolted the skid plate on and it crashed into the diff cover, then we cut it, and now he's gonna form the tank inward a little bit with a heat gun.
I'll put a hole in it.
Don't put a hole in it. Just play it cool, dude. A little CPR. I think the main thing we're learning here is that no matter what you think you're about to do for the day, it's not always it. I assume this will work. I've heard about it working. There you go, look at that. That's like a 1/2 inch of clearance that you didn't have. Maybe more. Let me bolt that thing in and see if that's the last of the problems forever and always.
Yeah. That'll be all of them. Right there, that's it.
Rad. I had to bounce the other day before I got wheels done, and it looks like Mark and Joe kicked butt over here. I'll turn my camera. Mark says hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Mark's tired. You got tires on it. Hang on, let me put my waters and stuff down. Here's the big reveal. Doo, doo, doo. Dude, it looks great.
Oh, it's awesome.
It's so good. I couldn't tell from the pictures that you sent last night, like how far it was poking out, but it seems good. Like, oh, this thing is sick. It went from like kind of to rad, right there.
For a Jeep.
Oh, come on, Mark. You're gonna have to own it at some point. You're gonna have to own it. This is your thing now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool. So they crushed and got those amp tires mounted up on the wheels. It looks like 4 of them are done. They were kind of a pain. I started like tapping the holes because they were all corroded, and there's some nut certs in there and some broken bolts. So they didn't just like slam together in the with ease, that's for sure. Gosh.
Still one that we have to do has broken bolts in it.
Yeah, that was probably the one I had started and couldn't, and I was over there getting mad at it. Look at the difference between a 35 on a gold real beadlock to a 31 on a 16 and a fake kind of wheel. That looks good. That looks great. That looks great. Dude, crushing it, bro.
I do like it.
Good. You heard it from him first.
Yeah.
He's a
Don't
Jeep
tell
guy.
anybody.
All right. We got to, I'm going to probably go and try and hustle out that other wheel and drink some coffee. Red, good work. Oh, what else did you do? You put the chrome ollie shafts in the front?
Oh, yeah. Come on, shafts are in the front.
So not everything has been super budget. He is putting a little bit of money where the money kind of needs to go. So you got some 10 factory chrome ollie front shafts with the upgraded U-joints. It's got new tires, those AMP Terrain Attacks. So you got to have tires, and if you're going to put big tires, you kind of need some chrome ollie shafts to feel better about that.
Yeah, I feel much better about that.
And then some bump stops. Those don't look like they fit. Do they fit?
I don't know. I haven't taken a spring out yet.
Cool. Get some bump stops to try and keep the tires out of the body just a little bit. Did the gas tank thing work?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
It feels like it was 2 days ago, not
Yeah.
yesterday, midday. All right, we get to work and drink some coffee. There it is, rolling for its first time with big tires on it. It's pretty rad. God, it looks good sitting low. It looks good sitting low. You're okay. It wasn't the Harley. It sounds good. It's neat. I mean, it might not be the Samurai cool, but this.
Nothing's that cool.
Look at this thing. It's awesome.
Okay, cruiser.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna be the. This is a vintage classic now. Young kids are gonna be like, oh, look at that old guy in the old Jeep. It definitely has a good stance to it. If you can wheel this thing and not cut tires up with the stance you got, this thing is going to be sick. I mean, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
That's what you got.
Yeah, we're not changing it now.
Yeah. All right. What do you got left to do before you go? What's on the hit list?
Figure out the spare tire, where it's going, bump stops, and probably cut a lot.
Yep. Trimming.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's it. But that's a lot.
It is a lot. I think that's it for this dirt head shed. Mark's got a few more things to do. I'm going to help for another couple hours. He's going to hit the Rubicon and see what it's like Jeeping, I guess. It's been a long time. You haven't Jeeped since you had a Cherokee, and that thing was like legend status.
20-something years ago.
Yeah. So follow along. We'll be back to find out more and how this thing works and more upgrades, and I assume more budget build stuff on it, because he's doing a really good job of finding parts that work on a Jeep pretty well with minimal like altercation, and the thing should be good to go. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.